G'day YouTubers, and thank you for tuning in to today's toy review. And today we're going to be taking a look at 3 products today. And it seems like we've got 1 FlippFlop product and 2 what I presume to be British Heart Foundation charity shop finds. And apparently it seems like that, is it going to be the last of my FlippFlop toy reviews? No, because I've actually got vehicles working in production at the moment here. So anyways, for something a little bit quite strange, I've actually got a slow cargo train at the moment here, but I think it's okay because when this train's relatively slow, it doesn't matter because it's actually quite reliable despite being relatively slow. It's actually quite a patient little model to just straightforward work with. Anyways, here's the products we're going to be taking a look at today, and I'm sure I've got another Optimus Prime on the cards here, And hey, if it wasn't for Optimus Prime, how about if he was dead, he'd be turned into prime rib steak. But hey, there'll be a lot of cow puns along the way because guess what? I've got 2 cow-themed products, which is just absolutely strange considering that this second half of the month has been all about cows. And it's amusing to hear about that. Sorry for the pun, but hey, I can't help myself. Or should I just say, moo-self? Okay, that pun was so bad, but first off, we're going to take a look at the FlippFlop Origami Masia Fish Pond Zebu Cattle Herd Mixed Farm and Fruits 12-pack, £19.95. It's a little bit rough and ready. We can see a fig that's just flying on top of a cow at mid-air for some reason. It looks like it's levitating for some reason. Ain't that cow doing telekinesis? Bit weird to do psychic powers when you're a cow. Doesn't look that real, doesn't it? Okay, and then we've also got a couple of fish, which is just straightforward, rough and readily drawn. And then we've also got another cow, which looks like that. Once again, it's got the hump because it's based on the Zebu type cows, or Indocine cows. That's what they're called. The back of the packaging looks like that. And it looks actually quite nice indeed, somehow seeing Zebu or Indocine cattle like that, or cow, more appropriately, hey? Let me just straightforward lunge on the bed for a while here because I need a bit of space to roam around, because it's like with cows, don't they? They need a lot more space to roam around and stuff. Okay, what's in the art? We've got a couple of fish splashing around with a giant Zebu cow, which looks like it's taking a bit of a splash, alongside with some very weird figs that they might have lost on the pond. Obviously it was a lake. Anyways, strange enough, the envelope is a little bit small, but here comes the cows, moo, and the fish. Did they just go flop, flop, flop? I don't know what noise they make. Anyways, so here are all the figs. And apparently, it looks like we've got all of the components. So we've got 4 figs, which look very, very strange to look at. And it looks like the cargo train has derailed. Strange when I see a cargo train has been derailed off at this part of my video making, but hey, it's actually doing a very good move. Move? Well, hey, apart from the fact that the figs have already been painted with 2 colours, that being yellow or limeish green and purple, we've got some cows because, hey, that train just moved away. Okay, so a lot of cow puns. That's quite a very weird looking one. It's like a Zebu crossed with a Holstein Friesian cow. It's got one of these tails as very much the hallmark of a cow. I haven't tried oxtail yet before. They're meant to be very delicious in some countries around the world. But this here is an Indocine cattle. And of course, while being an Indocine cattle, in India, they're very much sacred because of the Hindu religion. And they're often seen as kind and patient, and also giving us much credit that they need towards people. And then there's another cow which looks like this. You can basically change the design to look like an actual Zebu. There you go, it's got its hump now. Somehow it's quite a very cool looking cow. Aha, you can make it into a bit of a small distinct, create like a bit of a very strange distinctive little hump. Okay, looks like a very nice saddleback Zebu cow with little horns on the top. Very interesting. Is that a cow or is it a bull? I'm pretty sure if it's a cow, it's got like, let's just say, ears like that. But if it's a bull, it would probably have horns, wouldn't it? Maybe I might be totally wrong, or it could be to do with the muscularity of the individual. Okay, here's another one there, which looks very, very similar, but this one's got like a crown pattern thing on the top of its head, a little bit rough and ready on the paint. But nevertheless, I think that's what cows are like. And it looks like that train has totally and utterly deranged and derailed. But hey, I'm going to keep on going because there's a lot of cows. Actually, by the looks of them, they're not even cows. They're bulls. I wonder why that train is stalling. I've got a funny feeling. I'll probably presume that the battery is very, very low. Might probably take out a few bits of, let's just say, rolling stock. It's getting relatively slow. It's not that healthy, isn't it? I'll have to probably uncouple this train just a bit and probably focus on just a few wagons. That's much better, isn't it? Okay, we've got a bit of logging action like that. Strange enough, I think that's pretty much the only battery I've got with this train, as sad as it sounds. But anyways, let's go back to the product I was reviewing. So we've got a nice looking gold looking Zebu cow, nice distinctive hump pattern, as you can see. It's a wonderful design, as you can see there. Somehow it's wonderful, isn't it? And, oh, is that a black speck? Don't know if it is, but it looks like it's one of those little errors. Sometimes you get in flip-up toys. They're not always that perfectly designed, but hey, that's up to me as being the toy manufacturer and whatnot. There's not much paint going on here, but hey, it looks very much the part. I think cows often tend to have nostrils on the front, or cattle. That's their more appropriate name, isn't it? And then we've also got a bit of Marcia fish. I don't know what they look like, but I think that's what I'm probably presumably like. Maybe at a much more, let's just say, ochre, sort of darker, sort of yellow colour, olive green sort of style. That's what I was trying to replicate, but I did it in a much more simplistic style because I feel like I was wasting time just to straightforward put details and things, but hey, it doesn't matter. Oh well, it is what it is. Anyways, let me just go ahead and pack all of them and just straightforward look at something else. Relaxing, isn't it? Well, sorta, but not. Okay, in you go. And it looks like we've got some trouble. Well, I'll come back to it later on. I get them herding all the way inside here. Okay, one last fig. There we go. I think that's probably about it. That is pretty much all about it. In you go. Oh, yeah. And I know some people said to me, well, hey, Ivan, you didn't fit in the cows on that train. Well, that's why. The battery level was straightforward getting relatively low, so I couldn't straightforward feature that. But anyways, let me just go ahead and unpack and unbag these two items. And I might as well just do it on the other, let's just say on the other room, I think. But I think it's going to be very tricky because there's those two sections of track which are just straightforward blocking the way here, so I don't know what to do. Do you know what? Let me try and lift some of these pieces up together. Let me just stop this, because or maybe I can just let it go as it is, because obviously I want the train layout to go as smooth as it is. Maybe that's just how it is somehow. Looks like the points of the track are a bit loose. Okay. I'm not going to break it, but I'm just going to straightforward move to a different section. Sorry for the cow puns. Oh, it's a bit difficult, isn't it? Right, let me just sort out this train layout before I start to cause a bit of chaos around here. It's almost like a behind the scenes, isn't it? Oh man. Oh crap, I think I've just totally wrecked my layout. I think I might as well just stop. That's not what I was meant to have. Okay, so... Oops, I think I've got more room here. Let me just reattach this. Let me just bring back the pieces that I was rebuilding. And I think the whole video has been corrupted by me editing this whole straightforward, weird looking set. And I don't think there's enough room to go. Maybe what I can do is that I can just straightforward downsize this part of the layer. Maybe I can just straightforward, let's just straightforward curb this amount of stuff. Oh man, it's kind of a bit weird. Is it just me, or is it just feeling like some sort of weird behind the scenes of some sort of video that I'm making at the moment. It feels like this video is becoming a little bit deranged or something like that. But anyways, I'm just building it back again because, hey, it seems like it's another mishap for me to come along and rebuild this whole layout. Bit embarrassing, but hey, sort of does the job. And I can also put quite a few straight bits of track. No, I don't think so. Maybe I can just straightforward. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to detach these. No, I don't think it's going to work. Or maybe I can just let it be. Maybe I can. Nah. Yeah, I don't think it's that long enough. I think it's probably about it. I'll just leave it as it is. I don't need to put like extra bits of like other track bits along the way here. Okay, where was I? Let me just straightforward put the cargo train back to where it was. Load the logs in, back together. And there we go. We finally got it. Right, let's go back to the other section of my stairway to heaven, or hell. Well, actually, at the bottom of it. And let's take a look at these two British Heart Foundation products. Oh yes, here it comes. The miracle of life, everybody. Let's take a look. Oh yeah. So the first product I'm going to take a look at is what's inside here. This one here costs about £3. It's interesting, those pocket money toys. Very, very nice to see a bit of pocket money toys being sold. It's quite nice on how the British Heart Foundation does, you know, bags like this. Quite nice, isn't it? Okay, what do we have here? It's quite a weird looking toy. We've got Optimus Prime. Is that a Hot Wheels bus? Quite interesting. And we've also got like a very weird, you know, motorcycle type thing, which looks like it's missing a person. And then we've also got a very weird generic toy car or something. I can't really tell. And on the other bag, I know this one costs about £3. This one here cost me about £2. It's got one of those weird looking connector bits. It looks like some of a bit of, I don't know, it looks like something you just brush your hair with. There's a green spider, everybody, because in Australia, everything's spinerific. And most importantly, we've got a big black and white cow. Moo! Oh yeah! Maybe I should put this thing in the roller coaster. Hey, how about that, eh? Tell you what, I feel like I'm becoming a cash cow because it seems like the second half of August has been associated with cows. Oh man, look at that beautiful looking heifer. She's got the horns. She's got whether she's like, it actually sort of reminds me of how vintage toys were like. You can actually pose the tail like that. Unfortunately, it's not that articulated. And there's a spider here. Maybe you can use it as some sort of Halloween decoration or something like that. Very green. And then we've also got a sheep. That's straightforward sitting on the rock. Or is he taking a dump? Basically, is that his poop or is it a log? And then right over there is some sort of, it looks like a weird, it almost looks like K'NEX or something. Maybe Meccano. It's like looks like some sort of weird building toy or something like that. Bah! There you go. You can actually sit. No, you can't really sit. Oh, look at that. That cow decided to straightforward torture that sheep on purpose. Maybe we can just do it like that. Stab it with the horns. I don't know. But hey, this is actually quite a fantastic looking scene. Look at that. This is like a Godzilla scene. Look at that. That angry cow versus what it looks like to be a small but powerful looking green spider. And the cow just got paralyzed and died. But most importantly about this cow, there's the udders on the bottom here. Very impressive looking cow. It's meant to be a Holstein / Friesian cow. Look at that. Has it got like blood? What the heck? Has he got sunburned? Or maybe he just had some sort of flea bite or tick bite. Maybe he's just got bitten by that spider and had this. Is that blood or anything? What is that? Is that like a giant zit? Like a giant bumpy pimple? Maybe it could be follicular. It could be, maybe he or she could be suffering from mad cow disease. I think it's a she because of the others on the back. And yeah, good on you, Bessie. You beautiful looking heifer. You look wonderful today. And there's your little clip-clop horny hooves. I was going to say horny as in something else, but hey, I was going to say the horns, but these are actually hooves. One side of the horn looks like it's being chewed out. Maybe if it is or not. And it looks like the train is derailed. And my big question is, will that cow fit on the train? It's going to be taking quite a while. Yes, it looks like it does. I think it's the track joiner. And look at that. I don't think this train system is working very well. Oh no, I think that that cow is just too big. Holy cow. Looks like I've got to teach this thing not to have a beef with that train. Oh man, or should I just say, let's teach this cow not to have a beef with the train driver. Anyways, that's probably very nice about it with this first bag. Let's take a look at the second bag, which is going to be straightforward amazing. There's nothing more than meets the eye. Out you come, Optimus Prime, and all of the other vehicles. Ooh. Oh, look at that, it's like a little Transformers thing. I wonder what it's going to be like. I wonder why so often I do have to be very excited with. Oh, look at that. How do I transform this? It's quite weird. It almost looks like a, is that like a McDonald's Happy Meal toy or something? I don't know what this is. It's a strange looking toy. Is that his legs? Oh, look at that. It's like a very cool action. Oh, I see. So the gimmick is basically Optimus Prime is a truck. And then there's also this weird looking blue button here. So you push that. And all of a sudden he transforms like that. Does he have arms or anything like that? It looks like he's missing his arms. I don't know. But that does look very stunning indeed. It looks quite a very nice transformation like that. Like that somehow, I suppose. Hey. It's a very small, babyish sort of toy like that. So it sort of reminds me of the Bot Shots battle game, which I've never ever had as a kid or something like that too. I think those little hinge bits, they're actually there to like... Oh wow, I think it's that bit there to keep this guy here from like actually transforming from robot to vehicle and or vice versa. It's a bit of a very simplistic transformation toy. Almost looks like a Burger King toy or a Happy Meal toy. There you go. You gotta make those sounds like that somehow, hey. And there's Optimus Prime here. He doesn't have any arms, but as you can see, hey, it looks wonderful somehow. Hey? It's a very nice and stunning looking pop-up Transformers looking toy. I actually say, hey, that looks quite lovely. I'm Optimus Prime, leader of the Autobots. There's something very sinister about this very weird world. There seems to be a bigger version and one that is a pullback. And for some reason, that train here seems like it's derailed. Yes, Optimus Prime has spoken everything but for straightforward good or bad. It looks like this train is straightforward needing a bit of maintenance, hand of God shots. And actually, I do have a thriving Optimus Prime collection on one of my charity shop bags. Surprisingly, I feel like I'm collecting Optimus Prime as a very strange psychological factor. And here is a much larger Optimus Prime, but this one seems to be very headless. And I've also got a very cool pullback vehicle, which is also Optimus Prime. Very awesome. And actually, I'm quite curious, does this thing work on carpets? Yes, it does. It's a very, very robust and very responsive looking pullback vehicle. There you go. It's like a very baby-fied Optimus Prime. I think this one here is pretty much based on Optimus Prime from the Michael Bay movies. Quite amazing, isn't it, when you see toys like that? Wonderful, isn't it? Maybe I can just talk about my Optimus Prime collection and see how these toys are very much like. Do I have another Optimus Prime Quest to just straightforward purchase? I'm not quite totally sure about that yet. Maybe I do, maybe I don't, but hey, that's just what it is. Actually, how do I straightforward get the lever to straightforward make Optimus? I don't know how it's like. Oh, pardon me, I've just farted. Freaking hell. It's going to take quite some time to get Optimus transformed back into robot mode, actually into vehicle mode. It's a bit tricky, isn't it? Man, it does feel quite nice somehow. At least it's quite a nice transformation, and then all of a sudden it's gone back to robot mode. Oh, okay. So here's therefore that's the gimmick. So it's this button here. All of a sudden he transforms, robot, and then back into vehicle. Robot, vehicle. There you go. Nice transformation indeed. I actually like him when he's more in robot mode. Very cool looking because his face is prominent of that toy there. Look at that. You can actually make Optimus Prime just ride. Yeah, very interesting toy somehow. Very interesting indeed. And apart from the Optimus Primes, for what I've got so far, it seems like I've got 3 Optimus Primes, which is alright. I've actually got quite a few more toys to show you. I've actually got quite a few. This one is a generic toy. Actually, both of these are actually licensed. It's a BMW. It looks like some sort of generic motorcycle toy. It has no person there. Because it's a motorcycle, it's also quite heavy and a bit weighty because it's also a die-cast metal missile motorbike thing. It only tilts to one side, or even in this case, flops down towards like that. It tilts into one side and flops down. It's not the best vehicle that I've just found, but hey, it looks quite nice. Very, very good. And then we've also got this very weird, what's that like? Is that like a limousine? Looks like an airport one. Looks like it could be an airport chauffeur car or something like that too. And it's a Matchbox vehicle. Look at that. There you go. Oh, there's a limousine here. It's quite interesting. It's a 2001 toy, so I probably presume it's about 24 years old. It hasn't been straightforward loved. Actually, by the looks of this car, there is a little bit of a ding right there, but it doesn't look too bad. And then the other toy that I've got is a Hot Wheels bus. Quite interesting. I never thought Hot Wheels did school buses. How nice is that? It looks like they do now. A Hot Wheels high school bus. Quite a very interesting looking bus. And there you go. Oh, it's made in Thailand. And it's a 2013 toy. So that's actually quite a very nice recently made model. How nice is that? And it looks like it's got rocket jet boosters on the back side. Love the chrome yellow windows on the top and the sides, and also the front. What do you reckon? It's quite nice seeing yellow wheels. Quite a very rare find. Most importantly, it's got the Hot Wheels logo on both sides. Hey, I really do enjoy collecting toys like that. It's wonderful. Beautiful indeed. And it looks like that the train, looks like it's stuck. I think it's the track joiners that seem to make it pretty much irresponsive. Okay, I think it's progressing at this point now. I tell you what, it feels like making videos like this has been a complete testament to my brain. And I'll tell you what a fantastic find of what I've just found so far at the charity shop. And also, yeah, I only reviewed one flip-flop origami product because, hey, clearly I feel like, you know what, it seems like Friday and Saturday are becoming a complete repeat cycle of this whole toy review nightmare that's been going around. Maybe I should just, you know what, I should actually chuck these straight in the bin. How nice is that, hey? After doing this crazy and stunning toy review of what I've done so far today, especially the cow. Moo! Obviously, let's bring home the beef. Well, let's not set up an argument to the beef, a very friendly beef. I'll grab the motorcycle. Bam! And there you go. That's probably about it for today's wonderful toy review that I've made so far to complement throughout the rest of today. And it looks like we're going up towards midnight, as strange as this sounds. But before I should straightforward end the video here, I was actually expecting to just straightforward have the same person looking after me. Well, I don't want to straightforward talk about support workers and their names because I won't be sort of presenting it into it because it'll be totally embarrassing to do so. I think what I could have done, let me get this straight. I could have just straightforward saved this toy review for Friday, but because I've done it today, bam, that's it. I feel like I've just totally regretted for doing a toy review right over at the, let's just say the second half of what I've done for the morning of Thursday. It feels like on the first half of Thursday, strange enough, I did a little bit of a toy review accident on Thursday, and that was very strange of me doing so. And I'm actually making this video on Thursday the 21st. And strangely enough, I've made 2 vlogs today, as strange as it sounds, because hey, it clearly feels like that to do such strange stuff, it's not that bad to what you may class as me doing toy views is not the baddest thing since sliced bread. Strangely enough, the number of toy views that you've seen so far on my YouTube channel has been significantly high. It's been escalating. Remembering to cover at least 3 flip-up toys. Actually, 3 items I've made so far. It's been quite somehow crazy. I'm actually going to round up all the cows, the Bantam ones I did. Strangely enough, it feels like, hey, the longer those videos I've done, the more easily rough and ready they're going to be, because it seems like that viewers today can't really seem to stand long videos as always, which is just a complete another bummer. But that's just, that's just how it is on my site somehow, sadly these days. But hey, that's just what it is. I'm going to straightforward repack all of the cows, herd them like so, and I think that's going to be about it for today. You know what? I think that's going to be about it for today's video on YouTube. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to conquer Saturday, because neither Sunday as well, because it feels like that the number of toy views has been significantly high, and I do feel like that by next week's Monday, I think it's going to come back again. So, in that case, that's also going to be another pessimistic factor to come along and just do stuff like that. I can't really repack those cows properly, man. I just feel like I'm so sick and tired of doing things now, just because it's been very much an arduous week, and it's also quite relatively stressful. It's been actually quite a very relatively stressful week, just like last week. The number of toys involving cows, it's quite the significance. But anyways, I'm going to leave this video here. If you really enjoyed this video on YouTube, please give this video a very good like. Subscribe for more flip-up toy views in the future. And I'm really sorry I had to stuff up everything of what I've got so far, because it seems like that the number of toy views that I've just made so far has been relatively huge. And I could also tell what the guys say, as I've been doing a lot of vlogs so far on Thursday the 21st, and now as we're coming up towards Friday the 22nd, I'm now starting to see a very totally different fabric on the way my YouTube channel is going to be like. And it seems like I've actually missed so many subjects, so many different vlogs. I could have just straightforward made a compilation of them. And also, as I'm making this video, I'm actually going to focus on delayed uploads after uploading this video, because I can't just give a damn by doing more new toy reviews and other videos I like these days. I feel like I need a rest. Anyways, thanks again for hearing me. That's it from now on. Bye. Bye for now.